we got some more beat 'em up action to delve into today. These just keep releasing by the day it seems, but hey, more arcade goodness is always a fun time. This is Combat Overview. Here we go over the general controls, the main mechanics, who or what we use them on, and then seeing how it all comes together. With this new game, the loop is all about managing your meter for its tag team mechanic, and to use your specials to get the biggest crowd clearing ender to get big rewards, which all plays into the roguelite elements. Kind of a lot going on here, but it all works. We only have this base combo that starts with weak attacks and ends with a strong damaging finisher, which affects enemy states. Jimmy, for example, will launch him. To help continue those combos, we have jump cancels. You can do this at any point with your standard attacks to follow up with longer combos and some more stuff we'll look at later. But yeah, the air attack is simple but a quick hit, solid combo extender, and corner carries. Lets you dribble an enemy towards a crowd if you want to set something up. From here, you'll notice when enemies land on the ground, they'll actually bounce up. That gives you just enough time to jab them, extending your combo even further. You can only do this a few times since the game keeps track of where you left off in that combo, so you gotta keep that in mind. But for Jimmy, this lets you do his base combo, jump cancel into neutral punch, jab reset, dash cancel to pick him up higher, jab reset again, then go for his up special that only connects with airborne enemies. Yeah, pretty cool. Also, the falling air attack OTGs. So if you think you can't reach that little bounce of theirs, you can still set up an OTG with this air attack, which, yeah, can continue from there however you want. And since I mentioned it, dash cancels. Can end a combo at any time just like we could with our jumps. Just a good tool to either to combo extend or to get in quick to start a fresh new one. We have a grab, can cancel into it, which is nice, but no iframes or armor on it when you're mid-throw. Don't understand how this little detail was forgotten in some beat 'em ups these days. Either way, you can pummel them, toss them left to right to keep people away. It's pretty cool how Jimmy can follow this up with his air special to crowd control that way. But when you get hit by a random attack mid-air because there's no iframes on throws or specials, it kind of kills the fun of trying to figure out thought out plays using your tools. Onto defenses. I mentioned it earlier, but yeah, we have jump cancels for combo game, but can also use it for defenses as well, because we actually have iframes on our jump startup. Very strict though, so you need to learn its timing, but pretty nice to have, since, well, that's it. No counters, no lane switching maneuvers, and most importantly, no iframes on our specials. You can use dash cancels to quickly reposition, but that's about it for defenses. And sadly, there's no Kemi either. I know I bring it up every time, but it's such a useful option that it should be standard. Even Beautiful Joe back in 03 had it. How can a 20-year-old beat 'em up have more options, you know? So yeah, expect to stay on the ground a little longer than you should. Looking at the HUD, red is our health. And that blue meter underneath is our special. This is what the entire game revolves around. So we gotta know its limits before we can push things to the next level. Okay, you can only use it when full. If it's halfway or a quarter away or something like that, then it's a no-go. But when it is full, you can of course do specials. We have a side, neutral, and up version. Now everyone has different options. The startup time, how much meter it costs, and their functions. Jimmy's up special is his jump command grab to anti-air or to follow up his combos. Or Lady Okada's up special that tosses out this lingering tornado. So these two alone show how different these make your character's routing. Now there's some good and bad with these. To start with the good, after using one special, you can still cancel it into another one. Even more too if there's enough meter left. So you can do Jimmy's side special to group them up, then end with a neutral special to uppercut them all. Good to finish off any remaining health they have or for those approaching enemies. Specials in general are solid since you can cancel into them from any attack to continue combos and to get out of any end lag on anything pretty much. We can also use our meter to switch partners and yeah, needs to be full first. Now when tagging in, it'll do this burst, clearing any nearby enemies. It's okay, you'll most likely get hit still, and since specials have no iframes, it's kinda meh. Cool thing is you can do this after any combo, even after you tossed out two specials. You can still cancel that into a tag out. But doing this lets us have our off character heal great health and extend the pressure because both members have their own special meter. Which means even though one just used up everything they had with their last combo, we can still swap and do your other character setups. So the special meter might seem limiting at first since it needs to be completely full, but there's ways to keep looping each character in and out doing big screen combos. Now for the bad, I don't mind that our specials need to be full to use, but our specials are not invulnerable, so they can be interrupted at any moment. Honestly, kinda sucks. You'd expect specials to be safe since they're always worked like that in most beat 'em ups, and it's pretty weird to see a character's DP get interrupted by any small poke, so you end up trading. But yeah, our special refills on its own gradually, but landing hits, taking down enemies, and even getting hit will all add to it. Now with all of these options, we gotta aim to take out as many people at once with a single combo using specials. Because the more people we take out, we'll get food, starting from 3 and maxing out at 5 takedowns. And that one combo will give better rewards. The food can refill health of course, or become cash if you're full on HP, which means more money to buy better upgrades. So the better you are at the game, from knowing combo routes, how to group crowds, and managing meter will be heavily rewarded. And another thing to help with that, any enemy who got taken out in that combo will drop guaranteed special refills. Those little blue things. So larger crowds means larger payouts to refill special to continue that loop, as well as the money too, and so on. Yeah, everything incentivizes you to crowd control and use meter pretty wisely the best the game allows you to. When it comes to the enemies, the usual goons to fill the screen that don't do much but are there to punish you for standing still for too long. Big guys who will slap their belly before dive bombing. You can use our jump to iframe through it. You can do an air to air with them, knocking them down. Or use any anti-air special too. These crazy looking guys with their arms up, stay in front of them for too long and they'll do Berserker Barrage on you. And if you try to hit them at all, they'll instantly evade behind you. But you can bait this out and punish them. These more brawler guys, they either try to command grab you, and if you try to hit them, again, they'll roll behind you. There's a bit more, but they have distinct patterns and a few ways to approach them. But what I really liked is how enemies stick around for a bit even after they're KO'd. Something I really appreciated in Fight and Rage too. This lets you juggle them around the screen still to help set up crowd control enders. And they don't fly off screen either, which is a nice quality of life addition. And that's Double Dragon Gaiden. It's pretty enjoyable. You go through this one section, pretty quick too, and you'll reach the leader in no time. Now, as you were taking down this gang, the rest of them got some upgrades. So now there's more to the base and more goons filling it up. Instead of the one section, the stage continues beyond to a whole other area. So for example, if I started here, in this room I'll fight the leader. But now that I showed up after some other stages, there's a few different bosses here instead. So however you go about stages, you'll get a new section added, more enemies, different boss, and a larger payout. But again, there's no iframes on specials, no armor on throws, no ukemis. Controls are a bit heavier than you expected, but the combo game really helps. In theory, you can spend a lot of time mixing and matching different teams to figure out little fun synergies. But personally, I couldn't find much with some of them. But hey, that's what's great about having 13 playable characters. 2 of them are bound to click. But yeah, Jimmy did hard carry the game for me quite a lot, since he actually has some fun combo routes. There's no other modes either. Wish there was some sort of training mode, since combos are a huge part of the game. Or maybe a side survival challenge. Yeah, there's some design choices I didn't gel with, but besides that, it has a ton of replay value with the extra characters, the multiple stage routes, alternate ending, the risk reward upgrade shop system, the multiple bosses you can fight, which, yeah, you can buy them too. You can make different teams. There's some fun learning how to manage their kit to set up crowd control finisher efficiently. And playthroughs are a decent length, making them pretty easy to hop right back in for another run. So if you want more beat 'em up action with an emphasis on tag mechanics to set up screen clearing combos, then this is a perfect fit.